Guys, if Ichabod was hot, do you think they would call him Ichabadi? I'll go now. I'll go now. I'll go now. I'll go now. And hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and happy late Halloween. Last week I'm pretty sure was Halloween, not for me but for you guys watching on YouTube, and I thought this movie would be a great bookend to a hopefully wonderful Halloween for you guys. Today we are checking out Sleepy Hollow, the Tim Burton version, and I'm really excited for this movie because I don't know anything about this stuff really. Like, obviously I know of the Headless Horseman, and obviously I know of Ichabod because they are just very famous characters in popular fiction, and I guess historical fiction. I guess because they're historical characters, or these are like old fairy tales and stuff, but I've never really seen any media around them. I've never read any stories about the Headless Horseman. I've never watched anything about the Headless Horseman. I know there's like that Disney animated movie or something like that. It's like a short about the Headless Horseman, which I've heard is really, really good, but I've never seen that. Obviously never seen this movie, but I'm really excited because Johnny Depp's in this movie. I love Johnny Depp, and Tim Burton is directing, and I love old Tim Burton. Like, not old Tim Burton, but Tim Burton in the past, I love. And before we get into this reaction, let me do the lighting. So when we turn the light, we decide what color it should be. Boop. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so the lighting today, I think I'm just gonna go like a nice blue light because I think this movie is gonna take place a lot at night, and I think blue is gonna work with the atmosphere of this film. And if you'd like to check out more of my reactions, you can head over to my Patreon of uncut and early access reactions that come out up to 3 weeks early, as well as exclusive Patreon merch. Thank you so much if you check it out. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, let's dive on into this movie. I hope I don't lose my head because I'm too scared. Anyways, I hope you enjoy my reaction to Sleepy Hollow. Hopefully we'll get a pretty magical score, because Tim Burton movies from this era usually have nice scores. Blood. More blood. Even more blood. Oh, it's not blood. It's wax. Oh, that's a really good play on the color of red. We already have an amazing score. I'm so excited for this. This guy's definitely dying. He's becoming headless. Does the Headless Horseman make people headless? Or is the Headless Horseman just headless? Oh my days. Oh my god, it makes people headless. It's kind of sick. Oh god, hide. Pretend you're corn. Pretend you're corn. Dude, we saw his head get chopped off. Oh wow. Oh wow, I also love how dreary everything is. Oh my god. And you can already just tell this is a Tim Burton movie, right? Even if you hadn't seen his name at the start.
Me, I found something, which was lately a man.
Lately a man.
We do not yet know the cause of death.
When you find him in the river, cause of death is drowning.
That is not true. I didn't know Ichabod was a police officer, a constable.
Stand down!
I stand up. For since
I am already standing up.
jails overflow with
It's flipping Christopher Lee, is that not him? Count Dooku himself?
We must use our brains to recognize vital clues, using up-to-date scientific techniques.
Okay, Sherlock Holmes.
To the north in the Hudson Islands. It is a place called Sleepy Hollow.
It's a sick name for a town.
You will take these experimentations of yours to Sleepy Hollow.
Okay.
Will you do this?
Yes, I will.
I shall.
Okay. The blue lighting choice was a good choice because everything is just so gray and dreary and sad. Michael Gambon, I love that guy. Ian McDiarmid, are you seriously? Are you seriously serious? Oh, what? I want to know who did the score. Come on, the score is so good right now. Danny Elfman. I should have guessed. Same as flipping Edward Scissorhands. What a shot of the town. Francis Ford Coppola is an executive producer. I just watched The Outsiders live stream on Patreon. If you want to check that out, head over to Patreon. Love that movie. What is that? The police station? What a shot. This movie has nailed atmosphere. Oh, that's so odd.
No, pardon, miss, I am only a stranger.
Then have a kiss on account.
That guy's like, come on, that was my place.
You need some manners.
Brom.
Come, we'll have no raised voices. It is only to raise
There he is!
this dark time.
Michael
that I
Gambon.
and my dear
Dumbledore.
Thank God you're here.
Yeah, everyone's really on edge about this stuff. I mean, I would be too if 3 people in 2 weeks had their heads chopped off. I would never step foot outside.
Capable men. Found together. Decapitated.
They decapitated each other.
Bodies.
Their heads were not found severed. Their heads were not found at all.
What?
Gone.
Taken by the headless horseman.
Oh wow, this is cool.
But unlike his compatriots, who came for money, the horseman came for love of company.
Oh, I like this backstory that we're getting.
A giant black steed named Daredevil.
Oh, it's this guy.
Butcher didn't finally reach his end until the winter of '79.
Where his horse died. You're no one without your horse, buddy. What are these 2 girls doing in the woods? He really does just slice people's heads off. Oh!
His head with his own sword.
You know how satisfying it would be to chop the guy who chops everyone's head off? Head off? Does that make sense? Did I just say something that made sense?
This is the only book I recommend you read.
The Holy Bible. What is this hut? I want to know. Watchtower, maybe? Okay, just some deer. Did he shoot something? Why is he out of the tower? Oh my god.
The horseman's killed again!
All right, gunpowder, we're off.
Let's go, gunpowder, let's go! But again, his head is missing. Do you think the Headless Horseman like tries on different people's heads to see which one he likes better? In my medical opinion, I think this guy has lost his head.
I did. You must never move the body.
Why not?
Because.
Because. Because.
Came back. Came back to clean the head.
Nice Dutch angle there. What the beans are those glasses?
Lion walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
Why is this guy... Bro, this guy's met him for about 4 seconds. Come on. You already know he's a bad person.
Masbeth at your service, in honor bound to avenge my father.
Okay, Masbeth.
She has my father now to care for her, but you have no one to serve you.
Kid's an orphan.
5 victims in 4 graves.
In 4 graves? Why?
Orders, wake me before dawn. I hope you have a strong stomach.
Or was it his mom, maybe? Oh. Did he miss the first time?
Sword thrust to the stomach. The same. But to what purpose?
I like this movie, a murder mystery Halloween movies type thing. Ah, this outfit is so Tim Burton. It's so good. Ew, 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 ew.
What did you find out, Constable?
The widow Winship was with child.
What? Gonna be honest, I would not be outside in the middle of the night. Oh god, that's so terrifying. Oh my god, that's so terrifying. I love how he's just holding a pumpkin. Oh, I wanted him to throw the pumpkin. Oh, ow. Oh my god, it was just a prank. Come off it. Oh, why would you do that? Oh no, was his mother murdered? That was the most measly pour of water you'll ever see in a movie.
Because there is hardly a household in Sleepy Hollow that is not connected to every other by blood or marriage.
That's a little odd, I have to say.
It is my gift.
No, I have no use for it.
Are you so certain of everything?
It was your mother's.
Keep it close to your heart. It is sure protection against harm.
What if he gets shot in the heart, but he has the book and it saves his life? Literally.
These are strange. These markings.
Yeah, what are they? Okay, but I want to know why. The movie never explains it, imagine.
My mother was my teacher.
Hey, wait. Hold on.
I'd love to have a tame one, but I wouldn't have the heart to cage him.
And the cardinal, the red bird on the spinny thing?
Spinning. It is truth, but truth is not always appearance.
I like this movie. It's science, but there's also like a spiritual base to it as well. Look at that creepy windmill in the distance. That's cool.
The horseman killed her.
How often do I have to tell you there is no horseman? There never was
Well,
a horseman. There never will be a horseman.
You're gonna see one eventually.
Nonsense. Now tell me the name of...
I would run. I would run.
Oh my god!
Oh, there he is. There he is. Oh! He knocked him so hard his wig fell off first. Oh my god. Why didn't he go for Ichabod? Why? There must be some reason behind this. Maybe these people are the same people, like ancestors that killed him 20, 30 years ago.
I know.
You don't know because you were not there. It's all true.
Well, of course it is. I told you.
I love how they just believe it. Oh my god, she's just flying now. She spanned so fast she became a helicopter. Oh god. Oh my god, what is happening? I'm guessing she did something that made her a sinner or something like that, and now she has to be punished for it.
Who's with me?
Me?
Yes, I love you.
Listen,
I hear nothing.
nor I.
That's not good. I love the look of this forest too, these like tree tunnels, the branches that are just kind of scattered everywhere. It's so cool looking. He's walking like he has the kid a hostage. just a woman in the woods?
Which, nothing to me, whatever you are.
Oh, what?
What might he hear that he must keep away from?
Oh, what? Oh, what? Oh.
Do you have another one? I can show you.
Oh.
Madam.
What, she just die? Oh, what the heck is that?
Resting place.
Oh, get off of me, lady, please.
Halt and turn, I have a pistol aimed.
Why are you here?
I've killed you, why have you come?
Because no one else would go with you.
Oh, sick. I love you, Katrina. Okay, Danny Elfman. You think that's the tree of the dead? Imagine if it wasn't. It was just a tree. It's bleeding. Oh, what? Sorry, this is so disgusting.
Stay where you are, don't move.
Oh! They're just like all the heads that the Headless Horseman has decapitated in the past. There's a body. Is that the actual Headless Horseman's body?
Horseman returns from the grave. He'll take heads till his own is restored to him.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So who has the head? Ew. You think we can just close this tree up? Oh, wow. That's sick. Why isn't it going for any of these people? Okay, Danny Elfman.
Split up. Glenn.
I kind of hope this guy loses his head. Oh my god. No, don't come in here. Yes, 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 good, good, good. No, please don't take it down. No! I love that you can see a little bit of that steam, you know, when it's, I don't know, burning it, I guess, burning the flesh. Oh, man. Oh, that's so disturbing. Don't come back for the kid. No, you don't have to do this. No. Did he kill the kid as well? Oh, good shot. You know what? I like this guy now. Oh. Yeah, he only like kills specific people.
Wait, he's not after you. I'll get him.
Bro, you're gonna lose your head. Oh, good, good, good. At least Ichabod just got stabbed. This guy's about to lose his head. He lost a little bit more than his head.
Remarkable. A wound like this should have killed him.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Katrina, I tried to stop Brom, but
It's okay, I didn't love him anyways. Makes it easier for me to kiss you.
Someone who knew where to dig. Someone of flesh and blood. As I've always said.
I think it's Katrina. Or that woman. But I think it's someone who has witch powers. And Katrina has witch powers. Maybe she's doing it unknowingly, but I think she's doing it. Oh my. Oh. Oh, and that's how he got, okay. I now know his past. Those coffin machines like those sarcophagus machines are actually brutal with the spikes on the inside. It's crazy.
Will you take nothing from Sleepy Hollow that was worth the coming here?
No.
I have shed my tears for Brom. And yet my heart is not broken.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think me wicked?
Dude, she basically just said, I do not care that he died.
Because you've bewitched me.
That was smooth. That was so smooth.
4 frightened men arguing together on the very night Magistrate Phillips was killed.
Yeah, there's something bigger at play. I wish I had handwriting as cool as his.
To Notary Hardenbrooks.
Have you thought of something?
Yes. I have.
Yes, he has. Oh, look at those geese.
Why is it here?
Good question. Oh!
Leave me alone.
Dude, old man jump scare.
Of Old Man Van Garrett.
The will leaves everything to his son.
Who died.
Wait, this was the bag at the very start of the movie.
Seems Van Garrett made a new will just before he died. Naming Widow Winship. And here,
Who's that?
secretly married the widow. And left everything to her and her unborn child.
Oh, the woman who died.
Magistrate Phillips gave protection of the law. And Notary Hardenbrook concealed the documents.
Yeah, there we go.
Jonathan Masbeth was summoned upstairs to bear witness. Here is his signature. I'm afraid it was his death warrant, young Masbeth.
Oh, man.
None other than Van Garrett's next of kin, Baltus Van Tassel.
Ooh! Where's the head, though?
Why with my room?
Because it is yours.
I swear Katrina is behind this. I don't know, she's a little sus to me. The way that she just looked at those envelopes going into the drawer, the way she was in the room before.
It's just a spider.
Kill it!
Like, I think it would be a cool twist if she was behind this for some reason.
No, I mustn't. You do it.
If it's like some charm or something, because she is a witch. Ah, it is! Some spell. Look at the atmosphere again. The windmill in the background is so cool. Oh. 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 She's burning them.
What peril was there for me?
It was my own father who controlled the Headless Horseman.
Goodbye, Ichabod Crane. I curse the day you came to Sleepy Hollow.
Oh my god. And she did the horseback just for effect?
You have not asked me how I have hurt my hand since yesterday. Which would have been polite.
Yeah, I saw what you were doing though, lady.
And you must promise not to tell my husband what you saw. Promise me.
Yeah, what even was that? Oh my god. What if it's her? What if it's her? The Headless Horseman just comes in and wipes out everyone in this church because they're all together at the same time.
The horseman saved me! He killed her! The horseman killed...
No, it didn't. I'd hate to be the guards right now.
You'll kill us all! You're the one the horseman wants!
I still think it's Katrina, actually. Because it's a holy ground?
Not cross the gate. We have to save ourselves. The next person.
Oh! Dude, I love these shots at the horseman.
Your four friends played you false. We were devilishly possessed by one who...
Oh god.
Get away! Stand back! Stand back!
Dude, everything is going down.
There's a conspiracy!
He's about to get absolutely speared. Oh my god! Oh, he got yanked! And now he's out of the gate. He can cut his head off. Oh! So it wasn't him. It wasn't him. Wow, what a shot. Oh, she drew the evil eye. That whole church scene was absolutely phenomenal. That was so much fun. Oh, no, no, no. You have to keep that. You have to keep that.
That can never be uttered.
A strange sort of witch with a kind and loving heart. How can you think so?
The head still hasn't been returned.
By reason.
I am beaten down by it.
Okay, so I don't think it's Katrina anymore, actually. What if it's him? What his little kid? What if it's his little kid?
Farewell.
I don't know what to think anymore. Come on. Come on, go over everything in your head. There's something we're all missing. She did die, wow. He's thinking, he's thinking. It protects against evil spirits, of course! So it wasn't Katrina.
When this cut was made, this woman was already dead.
What? What?
Dear stepdaughter.
What?
You look as if you'd...
It is her. So she just murdered some random other woman. It's always the stepmom. It's always the stepmom.
With your sword. Head. For head.
And that's the head.
But there was a body.
The servant girl? Sarah.
The servant girl. Oh my god.
Was Archer.
The arch. Wow, it's connections.
Father and mother and sister in a cottage not far from here. Till one day my...
The one that burned down.
Whilst gathering firewood, we crossed the path of the Hessia.
Oh my god, it's these two.
Avenge him. Against Van Garrett. The landlord who showed us no mercy and left us...
Oh, so she's killing all the family.
...as your mother's sick nurse and put her body into the grave and my own into the marriage bed.
Wow.
So, another little job for the horseman.
Oh god.
Notary Hardenbrook and the drunkard Phillips. And the doctor's silence I exchanged...
Oh!
...complicity in his fornications.
Makes sense.
Sadly, passed away.
Oh! Oh!
You killed your own sister.
She brought it on him.
She's just as good as beheading people.
And tonight he comes for you!
This is kind of epic.
Thank God.
Watch your head.
You can try and reason with the horseman. She has your head, okay? Oh, wow. Top 5 strongest swords of all time. The horseman thinks smart, not hard. Oh my god. Nice, nice. It's actually really cool. It's actually really cool. Wow. There's no way he's dead though, right? Not yet. Exactly. So all you guys really did is blow up a windmill. Dude, the music? Oh, where'd he go? Oh my god, there he is. Couch. I was just about to say never stand up. This is so sick. Okay, he's got the moves. Oh god. Watch out. Oh. Punch him in the head hole. Wonder what that would feel like. Okay, okay, okay. Poor Ichabod's been dragged so much. Oh, get crushed, son. 'Tis but a scratch. Why did you even show up?
Run and jump and skip.
Oh!
You're not dead.
The book! The book! What I say at the start of the movie, guys. Yes. Yes! Club her! Let's go! Thank you for that. Whoa. 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 I don't think this is the time to hug and look each other in the eyes all romantically. But now he's mortal, right? You can just kill him again. Off with your head. Oh no, she's going to hell with him. He's smoldering her up. It's like, hey sexy. Oh, that's so disgusting. Oh, the hand? That's cool. And look, we actually have color finally in this movie. Wow. I like her outfit, it's very Beetlejuice reminiscent, which I reacted to on the channel. Why does Amazon Prime do this now? Like, let me watch the movie without having this little thing in the corner, you know what I mean? That movie was so good. I enjoyed that so much. I love the atmosphere of it and everything and the weirdness of it at times. And before you guys leave, if you don't stick around for the review, Sweeney Todd just appeared on my screen. Is that movie worth a watch? Yes or no? Please let me know in the comments. And that was my reaction to Sleepy Hollow, the 1999 horror mystery Tim Burton movie starring Johnny Depp and Christiana Ricci. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that name at all, but that movie was so much fun. The atmosphere was absolutely fantastic. The effects of the Headless Horseman were amazing. I thought the plot was really good. I did have some issues with some of the stuff, which I'll get into, with some of the pacing, with some of the plot threads and stuff like that. I had a few issues with it here or there, but overall, it was a really entertaining, well-crafted, Tim Burton-esque, weird, gothic movie. But before we get into this review, I do have something like a question that could change the history of mankind that I'm going to ask you guys right now. It's a question that I was thinking about this entire movie. And my question to you is, what would happen if you put your hand on the Headless Horseman's head hole. Now, think about it, okay? Is the Headless Horseman a body without a head? So if you put your hand on the head hole, you're just hitting like raw, decomposing flesh, which is really gross. Or is he like some ghost, some like spiritual ghost looking for his head? And in which case, if you stuck your hand in his hole, would it just keep going? Like, would it just be like an empty void of darkness? Does that make any sense? So like, which one is it? Because I know when he gets his head at the end of the movie and he sticks his head on, he becomes a person again, you know what I mean? He becomes a full-fledged person. You see the muscles going on, but were those muscles there underneath everything? Was there something solid there in the first place, or was it just a vast emptiness? Was he just like the spectral being? It's something that I wanted to know, because I really wanted someone to stick their hand down his head hole, but no one did. Okay, besides this head hole nonsense, I found this movie to be really, really entertaining. I'd like to talk about the score first, and then I'd like to talk about some of the things that I didn't think this movie did well before getting into the things I think this movie did amazing, or I thought this movie did amazing. Speaking of bad grammar right there. But anyways, the score by Danny Elfman was absolutely sublime. It was so much fun to listen to. It was just chaotic, and it was entertaining, and it was loud, and it added so much like spookiness and unnervingness to this movie. At the start of the movie, even while Johnny Depp's character Ichabod is just walking, or I guess he's not walking, that would be a long walk from New York to Sleepy Hollow, but while he's on that horse and carriage and the credits are just going, the music is going absolutely ham, and it was just so extravagant, and it made the movie feel very special and Halloween-esque, and it's something that really Danny Elfman is super good at. You know, if you look at his musical scores in the past, especially for his Tim Burton movies, he adds that level of weirdness and creepiness and eeriness and uncanniness and all the other nesses that Tim Burton is so famous for. You know, with Tim Burton's style, with Tim Burton's directing, Danny Elfman is such a perfect fit as a composer, because he's able to match the music with that weird visual style and very noticeable visual style that Tim Burton has, and the visuals and the music that Danny Elfman produced. They mix together so well. It creates such a cohesive experience, and I love the music in this so much. I don't know necessarily if it's music I would listen to on my own time, but as a soundtrack or as a piece of score and piece of music for this movie, it works so well, and it adds so much to the fight scenes, to the chase scenes, to the creepy scenes, to the traveling scenes. It just adds so much. Okay, so getting into something that, or maybe one or two things that I thought maybe this movie didn't do as well, or it felt like they were sort of padding for time in a way, was kind of the romance aspect of this movie. Because I'm pretty sure at least that the Headless Horseman story is kind of like a short story. I know Disney did like an animated short film about it. I think it's like meshed in with a few other animated short films. It's like one of like 3 or 4 anthology films in like a short film collection. And I can see why. I think Sleepy Hollow, or I guess the Headless Horseman, would make a lot of sense to be sort of this short film, and extending it into a 1 hour and 50-minute movie. I mean, it worked. I was really entertained. I thought it was really fun, but there were definitely some aspects that you felt like were in there just to be in there, or like it was weirdly added for some reason. Like Ichabod and Katrina, I thought their romance, it just kind of slowed the pacing down a bit, and it didn't really feel like the movie knew how to develop their romance at the same time. Like, it would have been just fine if there wasn't a romance between Ichabod and Katrina, and they just became like detective partners or something, but the romance felt really weird at times because they'd only seen each other like once, and then they kind of just like fell in love with each other all of a sudden, and it just happened so fast. The movie didn't really explain it or anything. And yeah, I think my biggest issue of the movie was definitely like the middle portion, the second act of the movie, because while there were definitely a lot of entertaining moments in the second act of the movie, don't get me wrong, I don't hate the second act of this movie. It just felt like there were a lot of moments as well that kind of bogged down the movie, that they had added to the movie just because they wanted to make a full feature-length movie and not like a 90-minute movie or 80-minute movie and stuff like that. So not that I have like a huge issue with it, I still enjoyed it. It just felt rushed to me, or that they added it in because they needed to have a romance in this movie with Ichabod and someone else because they had Johnny Depp as the main character. There's also a really weird moment at the end of the movie where the Headless Horseman is transforming into a head horseman. You know, he's a guy with a head and he's transforming and the muscles are forming on him and it's this crazy scene. And then Johnny Depp and Katrina, they just turn around. You know what I mean? Like, they just forget that this is happening in front of their face and they turn around and they look at each other in the eyes all lovey-dovey and stuff like that, like, oh, we did it. But literally 4 feet away from them, the Headless Horseman is like going like this and he's forming and becoming a person and getting ahead. And it's kind of like, guys, if I was in this situation, I would be really concerned right now that the Headless Horseman is doing all this stuff. My mouth would be agape seeing the skull transform into a human person. But you guys don't seem to care. Maybe all of this supernatural stuff that's happened to you recently has made you very thick-skinned to it and you're just glad that you survived and you're looking at each other. But I would be scared that the Headless Horseman is now going to come after me. So maybe don't look at each other all lovey-dovey right now and hug and stuff. Maybe wait until you know you're actually 100% safe before you do it. Just thought it was a very strange moment. But I thought there were also really a lot of good moments in this movie. Sorry for ranting to you guys right there. But there were also a lot of good moments in this movie. The atmosphere of this movie was absolutely fantastic. It was pitch perfect. It was some of the best atmospheric kind of set design that I've seen in a long time from any type of movie, not just a horror mystery movie or a thriller or whatever you want to call this thing. The dullness of the film, the grayness, the saturated grayness, you know, everything was super desaturated, which sometimes can make for a really boring looking film. But I think that was made up because the actual visual style of this movie, the way that the sets were looked and the sets were dressed and the actors were dressed, just the way that everything looked matched the grayness, it matched the desaturatiedness. Sometimes movies will try and be very desaturated for a very serious look, for a very scary look, but then the actual sets don't match that tone, and so it just looks really dreary and bad and like disgusting, and you wish that it had more color. But in this movie, the grayness and the desaturation worked to really give you this uncanny, uneasy atmosphere. You know, we had mist everywhere, we had trees that resembled like long crinkly fingers flying, you know, going around and stuff like that. I don't know why I said flying, the trees aren't flying or anything. Whenever Johnny Depp's character Ichabod and company were going through the forest, they'd go through these tunnels of trees with these curved branches all over the place, which was so awesome. The houses were built all cool. We had a sick windmill in the background in so many shots, which then became a centerpiece of the final act, which was so epic. And yeah, just everything about this movie visually was absolutely top tier, and every time there would be a wide shot, I was like, wow, this looks so good. Even though it's so gray and so dull and so desaturated, it looks so good. And I think that's the beauty of Tim Burton from the 1990s and early 2000s. I think he's sort of lost that touch now a little bit. I haven't seen too many new recent Tim Burton movies, but the ones that I have seen, they haven't been as magical as the Tim Burton movies in the past. But I think these older Tim Burton movies, it's something that I feel like only Tim Burton has really been able to master, is this weirdness matched with this dullness. And he manages to combine what would usually be a really dull colorscape, and he combines it with these weird visuals, and it equals this really odd film, an uncanny film that works so well. And it's just like this really cool Tim Burton style, and that's why I love him as a director. I also really want to know how they did the Headless Horseman effects. I thought the Headless Horseman effects were absolutely amazing. I saw it with ILM, but I want to know if they had like a guy, just a regular guy, and then just like a green thing on, and then they comped the green head out, and then they would have had to do some digital stuff on the actual suit. And in 1999, I don't know, that would have been pretty hard to do. So I kind of want to figure out how they did the Headless Horseman stuff, because it looks so real. I never once questioned that the Headless Horseman was like an effect or anything, and when it looked practical. There were a lot of practical effects in this movie, actually. A lot of blood splatter here, a lot of blood splatter there. You know, we had chopped off limbs here and there, you know what I mean? That guy, I forget his name now, but the guy who loved Katrina gets sliced in half, which I think was a digital effect, but it still looked absolutely fantastic. Yeah, all the effects in this movie were great, and again, the practicalness of the effects added to this atmosphere that this movie was delivering. And yeah, I think that's going to be the end of my review. I really enjoyed this movie as a bookend to Halloween, if you will. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. I would like to ask you guys a question, which I asked at the end of my reaction as well, but is The Demon Barber of Sweeney Todd worth a watch? I've heard about it. I don't know anything about it, but I've just heard about it, you know, in passing. Like, people have just said that they like that movie and stuff like that, and people have said Johnny Depp is good in that movie. I think the woman who plays Bellatrix Lestrange in Harry Potter is also in that movie, and I love her as an actress. I just forget her name at the moment. But yeah, also any other Tim Burton movies that I may or may not have seen, I have a Tim Burton playlist on my channel if you want to check that out. I have Beetlejuice, I have Edward Scissorhands. I'm sure there's a few other movies that I'm forgetting right now as well. And yeah, any other movies that are in the same vein of this one, because I loved this movie a lot. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for my next movie reaction.